to my channel. I am Stephanie. This is the April wrap up and stats video. So, as you can see, I'm in a different location once again. Sorry, you guys. I'm just gonna say this real quick. I put out a couple Instagram posts and a TikTok post yesterday, and I was showing off some looks that I enjoyed. You guys are loving the look that I actually turned into this look. So the look that you guys love is the one that I cut off here. Just a little side note. Making this super quick and going to get into the books that I did read so that I can do a slideshow at the end and not make this a super long video. Let's just jump into the stats that I had for April. I think I said that wrong in the beginning, but I don't know. April 2021 stats. So for this month, I read a total of 19 books. 11 of those were ebooks. Nope. 11 of those were audiobooks and 8 of them were ebooks. I had 11 arcs that I read out of the ebooks and audiobooks that I did. Let's just jump into some ratings. Woo! Oh my goodness. So 19 books is not a typical month for me. It was a slowed down month. I was very surprised that I had less books, but then again, it was April and I did a video every single day for my patrons over on Patreon, which I'll talk a little bit more about, but you know, yeah, that could have probably made for the reason I only read 19 books last month. Such realization. So on to the ratings. Let's see. I DNF 0 books. I had 0 1-star books. I had 1 2-star book. I had 0 3-star books. I had 11 4-star books, and I had 7 5-star books in the month of April. For the blackout portion, see if I can stand properly. The blackout portion, which is where I read Black authors, I read At Your Age Eve Brown by Talia Hibbert, Exposed by Chiquita Denny, and Forget Me Not by QB Tyler. For BookTube, or my channel, my personal BookTube news, yes, I made some changes for my Patreon page. If you have not seen them, I am going to a full flat fee for the subscription. There's no longer going to be tiers. There's actually something special going on if you get in and subscribe to that Patreon channel before the 14th of May. I will be gifting something to someone that signs up before then. And there are going to be a whole bunch of extra kind of perks and things like that. So go over and check out that Patreon and think about signing up for that one flat fee. I would also like to thank all of my patrons right here who are absolutely awesome and amazing. You guys keep me going, and you know, the conversations we have is awesome. I'm starting a Discord for them as well, so that's also in the information that is given out. Let's get to my favorite part, which are my top 5 reads for the month of April. It was a little difficult. These books, I'm picking 5 of them, and 4 of them I gave 5 stars to, just flat out 5 stars plus. And then 1 of them I gave a 4.5. And usually it's a good mix of, of 4 and 5 stars, but these 4 of them were 5-star books for me, and then I picked 1 of my 4.5-star books. So the first book I'm going to talk about, and they are in no particular order, is At Your Age Eve Brown, which is by Talia Hibbert. This is the continuation of the Brown Sisters trilogy, and I absolutely loved it. I think Eve is probably going to be my favorite Brown sister of them all. I liked Chloe, I liked Danny, but Eve, I think I felt the most connected to, in a way, because she got big old titties. And I enjoyed that about the story. So Eve goes to is kind of cut off by her parents, and she decides to take a drive and comes upon this bed and breakfast that is looking for a chef. And she kind of was like, okay, let me just go ahead and put my hat in and, see if I can do it. Jacob is this very put together, very structured, on the spectrum man that owns the bed and breakfast. He's put everything that he has into it, and I really enjoyed the fact that he found Eve attractive, like right off the bat. Now, he may not act upon his intentions for her right off, and he definitely fights it for a while, but their chemistry was there from the get-go. The way she looked at him, the way he looked at her, and then their happenstance of having to be in the same space was absolutely amazing as well, and I loved it. And think that everyone should go and read that book. I would definitely say try and get the audiobook, because the audiobook narrator definitely nailed home those amazing parts, especially chapter 14. I love chapter 14. I'm sorry. I know I might be spoiling it for some people, but chapter 14 was fire. And if I'm saying chapter 14 is fire, then you should know that it's fire. It is fire. And I definitely say check it out on audiobook, which makes it even more fire. Just so good. Next book I'm going to talk about is Trap by Jennifer Rebecca. This is a Salvation Society book. It deals with a female fighter pilot and a Navy SEAL. I was here for this story. They meet at a bar because he wants to cover up that he's a Navy SEAL. But of course, she's smarter than the average bear and is all about that female empowerment of being a fighter pilot. This is my first book that I've read by Jennifer Rebecca, and I look forward to reading more books by her. She really nailed down that female aspect of being in the military, and then there's some romantic suspense that goes along with it, and I was here for it. Here for it, here for it, here for it. The next book that I'm going to talk about is Could Have Been Us by Corinne Michaels. This book had me in my feelings the entire time that I read this book. I absolutely loved it. It's available for you guys to go check out. I did a 60-second thought process on it when I was reading it over on TikTok, as well as a mini review for it over on TikTok. And I just loved this book oh so much. These Willow Creek Valley this family is absolutely amazing. They run an inn and they have these family issues that are going on, but it Could Have Been Us. It deals with some very, very, very heavy topics that I think Corinne put her whole heart and soul. She doesn't skimp out on heart and soul in her other books, but this one, from the first pages, I was like, oh my goodness. So if you've read Return to Us by Corinne, which is the first book in the series, then you get a glimpse of this couple that we're going into. And that scene from that first book actually doesn't happen for quite a few chapters in Could Have Been Us. And I was just like, okay, when are we going to get to this scene? Because that scene was amazing, but at the same time, all of the stuff leading up, we get to find their history and see where they came from, and woo! It is a brother's best friend, small town romance, and I was here for it. There are content warnings within this book that there is discussion of death and of pregnancy issues. I wouldn't say issues, pregnancy discussions, and the things that go around pregnancy and the discussions for that. So if those are some things that may trigger you, I would definitely be careful with it, but it is so beautiful and just so heart-wrenching, and Corinne just tears your heart out and then she puts it back together, and it is so amazing, and I just love this series oh so much. I can't wait for the next book. The next book that I'm going to talk about is A Replay by Amy Dawes, and this is another one. Now, Santino here is the lawyer for the football team that the Harris brothers works for. So we have seen him in glimpses throughout her other stories. our female lead, Tilly, we have seen or have had mention of in the last book that Amy put out, which was Blindsided, and we get to see Mac. Mac, who I absolutely love and adore. Tilly is his sister. So Tilly comes back to town, comes back to London to help Freya and Mac with their pregnancy, and offers that extra hand. Well, Tilly and Santino have a history, and it is a thing. Another book that completely ripped my heart out. There are content warnings here for miscarriage, as well as alcoholism, alcohol addiction, and discussions of rape. So tread lightly when you come to this book, but it is absolutely amazing. Santino doesn't take over Mac's spot, but I loved seeing Mac in this one, and just my teddy bear. I loved him oh so much. And Santino is not a slouch of his own. He definitely is getting ranked in this Harris Brothers spin-off and love, definitely. I don't think he's going to bump. I think he'll probably number 3. I would have to say. It goes Mac, Gareth, then Santino, and then all the other brothers and spin-offs and things like that. So yeah, there. You didn't need to know that, but there's that. And the last book that I'm going to talk about is Earn Your Extra Credit by Megan Quinn. This is a saucy, sexy teachers, friends, romance where there's fake dating. So you probably need to read, See You After Class, so that you're not spoiled for the wedding that happens in this book, as well as some of the characters that are in Earn Your Extra Credit. So our characters in Earn Your Extra Credit are at the wedding of our 2 characters from See Me After Class. And come to find out, there's a father that appears. And then there's a high school arch nemesis that appears. And there's some fake dating that goes on with some people that had crushes on each other. And then that fake dating turns into friends with benefits. And then some issues need to be worked out. And I was just like, whoa, super sexy, super funny. The antics that go on between our characters is absolutely amazing. I loved it. And that's why it ends up on this list. So if you know my outro and you don't need to hear it, feel free to try and skip ahead. I can't timestamp it because I am still filming on my phone. I'm not in my normal setting, as you can see. It just makes things a little easier, but I did put a slideshow together for you guys of all the books that I read in the month of April in chronological order, so that if you want to go see the sneak peek, or if you want to sign up for my Patreon, you will be able to find the week in which I give my full thoughts and feelings for each of those books. So, as always, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. Also, there is a feedback form down in that description box for you guys to help me improve my channel. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know what some of your favorites for April, your April reads were, and I will see you guys in another video.
It can get lonely, swiping left and right to meet somebody, and they won't get to know me, but that's okay. In retrospect, I do it over and over, cause that's just how we met. There must be some complicated after effect to this. Will I wake up in your bed and regret everything I did? Like a hangover, but leave me needing one more fix. She said, shut your mouth and kiss me. Hey, don't waste your breath, cause you know what I'm feeling. Midnight's closing in, and I won't wait for you. Don't think about it twice, we're way past second guessing. And I want you now. Yeah, shut your mouth and kiss me. In the parking lot, in the backseat, don't dare to stop now. Just close your eyes and kiss me, like you